Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. Thank you so much again for joining me with our playthrough of Endwalker. Last time it was difficult to play through because we tried to save Matsuya's friends. We really weren't able to do so. We were able to save their child, who I'm wondering if she even has a name, but um, we were able to give him time to rush back to the village with the baby so that she could get treated after almost drowning. And he was attacked and ambushed by blasphemies on the way there, these horrible monsters that they're calling blasphemies. And he was so close to giving in to despair and turning into one of them too, him and the baby, until Justinian showed up on the back of Vrtra. And so thanks to them, they were able to kind of renew his sense of hope and kind of help cure that with the baby too. And right now, Vrtra is getting ready to kind of pronounce to the whole of Razat Han that he's actually the real Satrap. So that's going to be exciting. So let's go back here to, hold on, there we go, a little lighter. All right, so here we are back at Palakistan, and we have the next quest, which is Under His Wing. Matsuya is eyeing you as if there is something he would want to say. As you have finished your deliveries, might I talk with you for a moment? I was curious to know, what has become of Melvin and Karasev's remains? Oh, thank you, friend. Surely they will be able to rest peacefully by each other's side. I and the people of Palakistan will perform the rites as soon as we are able. As for the child, it will not be easy for her growing up without her parents, but I promise to do what I can. Once she is able to eat solid foods, the fish I catch will help nourish her. Aww, that's so cute. Oh, we finished delivering the chai. I do believe everyone has a piping hot cup. I could almost believe there's a magic at work, how their tensions fade with every sip. Let us pray that Palakistan has seen the last of those transformations, at least for now. They are still at risk, as every village in Thavnar, like as not. Still, I trust we can leave this place in the care of our friends from the Radiant and the High Crucible. Shall we return to Razat Han? By all means, do not let us keep you further. There are still many who have need of your wisdom and strength to deliver them from this terrible calamity. And I will do what I can as well. I will bring rations and supplies from Arikai. We have plenty to spare. Aww, so nice to see them all working together. And let us find Justinian and be on our way. Where did he wander off to again? The wakeful Torina? Near the bridge of Razat Han, as I recall. Very well, then. When you and your friends entrusted me with the child, I was beside myself with fear. In bringing her back safe, however, I realized I was capable of so much more than I ever believed. Nothing could be more terrifying than that moment I faced the beast in the jungle. But I survived. I survived, and come what may, I will survive again. Without you, I would never have found the strength. I thank you and promise to make the most of this lesson. Hopefully you will remember it. Worry not, my colleagues and I will watch over this village when you have gone, and should my research bear any new fruit, you shall be the first to know. Well, that's nice. Alright, let's just head on back. So I think the worst of it is over for the time being. I'm sure that once we, put a stop to the final days, I'm sure we'll have to eventually, but once we put a stop to the final days and the skies go back to normal and people aren't transforming into terrible monsters, then it will be a lot easier. Up here. Oh, it's just so... It's so grim and depressing. I hate it. Hold on, just real quick. Okay, that's better. Yeah, I had to close the blinds. It was starting to get bright again. Okay, Alize? How do you suppose the others have fared in the capital? I hope things have not been too eventful in our absence. I'm sure it hasn't been. I've apprised Estinian of the situation at Palakistan, so we needn't have that conversation. Saves us the trouble? Alvino told me everything. Full glad am I to hear the people are safe. Likewise, you will be pleased to know I found no evidence of lingering beasts in the jungle and ruins, so it seemed you finished off the last of them. Trying times yet lie ahead for the people of Thavnar. Fortunately, they have a wise and benevolent satrap to shepherd them through. Speaking of which, I received word from Thancred not a short while ago. He awaits our return to the city on Alzodal's path. Come. Oh man, Estinian really thinks very highly of Vrtra, doesn't he? Which is very different from the dragon-hating warmonger that we saw before. I love the changes, that, they did an amazing job with him. There's still changes there, but you can still tell he's still the same lovable little monster that we know and love. Okay. So I'm guessing that Vrtra is now going to make he already made it known to Palakistan, so he's now getting ready to do the same here to the city at large, so that's gonna be interesting. I can't wait to see that. It's good to see you safe. Given the skies, it's all too easy to fear the worst. I'm pleased to report that we were successful in quelling the threat here in the city. The beasts have been felled and the citizens are safe for now. I've also heard from the Radiant that an important proclamation will be made in the city square, though they said no more than that. Might you have any idea what this is about? Kinda. So Vrtra is finally coming out from behind the curtain. I suppose we too should hear what he has to say. To Megaduta then, but before that it would appear the word of the assembly has not reached all the citizens. If anyone along the way seems unaware, we'd best enlighten them. Up the stairs. Are the beasts all gone? I've been hiding and I'm too scared to go out and look. Yes, the monsters are gone for now. Oh, that's a relief. I thought one of those beasts was going to eat me. I wonder where Vashon is. He's the slowest runner. I hope he got away. Oh boy. He could be with the other people from the palace. Maybe I'll see him in the square. That's gonna be interesting to explain. Oh. Spooked youth. Leave me be, please. I swear to you, my flesh tastes absolutely terrible. Do I look like a monster to you? Oh, God, what are you doing? Scaring me like that. If we're not quiet, those beasts will find us. Relax, they're all dead here, at least for now. Square, you say? But that's where the satrap was killed. With my very eyes, I saw him crushed in that creature's maw. So many lives lost, such terrible carnage. And you say there is someone else who would lead Razat-Han in his stead? Whoever they are, if they say anything to sully the memory of our beloved satrap, I'll make them regret it. Oh, you see, Anoi, like, you were a worthy satrap. Oh, so many people. Finish rounding up the stragglers. The proclamation will begin shortly. Let's wait here, lest we miss something important. Yeah, like more monsters. Just what we needed. People are slowly making their way here, but many are still gripped by fear and doubt. Hopefully Vrtra's message of hope will resonate strongly enough with the ones willing to listen, and spread to every corner of Thavnar. Welcome back, Claire. Alvino told me everything. I was pleased to hear that Vrtra has chosen to reveal himself at last. The people of Razat-Han need a strong and wise satrap more than ever. hear you were able to bring the situation at Palikasted under control. Every life lost is a tragedy, but you should take pride in doing what you could. When I assumed command during the earlier panic, I did so instinctively and out of necessity. It was not my place to give orders, but I am glad the people heeded them. But now they have need of a true leader, a magnanimous and just satrap who can guide them every step of the way. Fortunately, they are blessed with one such soul. If anyone can protect and guide them through this calamity, it is he. It would seem the people still have lingering doubts, and I cannot blame them. Yet, we know that strength is afforded us when one of the first brood on our side. I have faith the citizenry will come to understand and accept him in time. Worm and man, working towards a common goal. That's all you have to say? Alright, let's see. Oh, I can't wait. I just can't wait. It's gonna be so good, isn't it? Okay. Don't let me down.
Look, someone's coming.
I can't stop smiling. I just can't.
People of Razathan, it warms my heart to see so many brave, resilient souls before me. Today, I would share with you a great revelation. But before I do, I must make a humble request. Do not be alarmed, nor avert your eyes. See the one I unveil for who he is, and know that he means you no harm.
Very well. I dare say it can't be worse than the horrors we've already seen.
Many thanks.
A dragon! Wow!
People of Razathan, I am Vrtra, and for years uncounted hath this isle served as mine abode. 'Tis as the Satrap's ally I am known. Today, I would reveal the truth unto you.
Oh.
Let us hope they accept him.
If I am hearing this right, you were the satrap all along?
Vashan! I mean, Master Vrtra, does your divine eye really see all?
Nay, child. While mine eye hath borne witness to the whole of our nation's history, to its future I am blind as thee. Countrymen, calamity the likes of which we have never known is come to Favne, our home. Friends and loved ones have been taken from us. I, too, have lost my closest confidant. Ahawan loved this land and served it with dignity till his dying breath. A nobler satrap there will never be. For so long, I lacked the courage to face you. I will not easily earn your trust, this I know. And yet, I cannot sit idly by and abandon Vrtra to her fate. A font of boundless vibrancy, this jewel of the ocean. Since time immemorial, has she glittered with every color imaginable. To this dragon, slumbering in his dark lair, 'twas a mesmerizing sight, and one that brought no end of joy to my heart. This calamity has stolen too much from you already, yet so long as you live, the light of Vrtra will never be extinguished. I pray you let me watch over it, over you, and lend me your strength, that we might face this trial and those to come as one.
I do not know you, dragon, but I thank you for speaking the truth to us. As divinities, both Manusha and Riga once joined together, so too do I believe that hand in hand, we can overcome this ordeal and welcome an era of peace.
A sight that would have surely brought a smile to Azael's face.
Aww.
Indeed.
Oh, come on! That was so emotional and they show up now.
Excuse me, but I must speak with the satrap at once.
Well, he's in for a surprise.
Father.
You have suffered dearly of late, yet you must endeavor to look beyond these losses to the future you yet have. On behalf of the Forum of Sharlayan, I come with a proposal by which you, the people of Vrtra, might be saved. I say again, I must speak with your satrap. I beseech you, take me to him with all possible haste.
Oh, he's right there.
I am satrap here. Speak thy proposal. All present shall hear and judge.
If I have given offense, then I apologize. First, allow me to share with you what knowledge we have of the phenomenon responsible for your woes. The final days. 'Tis an affliction of stagnancy and rot, sown into the currents of the star. Though the first prominent manifestation was here, in Thavner, it will invariably spread to every corner of the world. The Forum was forewarned of this apocalypse several centuries ago. Thenceforth, my predecessors sought to prepare for the end times in the only conceivable fashion, by securing a means of escape.
Escape the star? What madness is this?
'Tis by no means madness. With the coming of the 7th umbral calamity, the true nature of the Red Moon, Dalamud, was revealed. That it was an artificial construct of ancient Alag. But what of the Silver Moon? This celestial satellite is yet another technological marvel fashioned and maintained by ancient allies. A ship that will sail the heavens and deliver our people from destruction. And by our people, I speak not only of Sharlayan. We mean to save every man, woman, and child it is within our power to save. Including you, our dear friends of Vrtra. Recent events necessitate adjustments be made, and quickly, but we can and will escort you safely to the moon.
Long has thy forum been allies to Thavnir. I trust thou dost not extend this offer lightly. Yet I wonder, is this truly the way? Is there a future to be built for us beyond this star our father deemed the last bastion of hope?
It is for that very reason I come before you and your people. To answer any and all of your questions. To offer my assurances and allay your fears. Though, if you wish the best for your people, I advise you to render your decision swiftly.
Show our friends to Megaduta. They are to be received as honored guests. Worry not. Whatever decision is reached, your paths shall be yours to decide. Until then, heed the warning of these brave heroes. Guard your hearts against fear and despair, for it is within such fertile soil that the seeds of blasphemy find purchase. Remain calm and attend to your daily tasks. I shall return anon.
We'll do as you say, Master Vrtra. We believe in you.
That was so sweet. Nadana.
Oh, you're still here. What a relief.
Nidana, what's the matter? Has something happened at Palaka's stand?
Oh, no, not that I know of. I just hope to hear your thoughts on a theory of mine. All who undergo the transformation are drained of their ether, yes? What is it then that gives these beasts the strength to carry on as they do? Logically, they must be drawing upon an alternate form of vital energy. That put me in mind of our earlier conversation, when I tried to explain the essence which many confuse with ether.
Akasha. Yes, I remember. The unseen gift bestowed from on high.
Of course.
An energy influenced solely by emotion.
Yes, yes. In this instance, negative ones set Akasha into motion, thereby infusing the beasts with vitality. I posit this as the mechanism by which the beasts are born and sustained. Ah, do you still have that flower?
Oh, it's gone.
If we accept that it once shone bright by drawing upon Akasha, influenced by the thoughts of those nearby, then fear, terror, despair, negative emotions so powerful as to suffocate it, permeated the air in this place. You must be very careful. The forces which drive the final days may be beyond our ability to perceive.
I don't know what to do, though. Where do we go? I have no idea.
Sorry, I didn't mean to scare you like that. At any rate, I will continue my research into Akasha. Do temper your expectations, however. There are sadly few detailed studies upon which I may draw.
Formulating a new theory as you have is itself no small feat. I wish you well in your endeavors, and pray you take care.
Thank you. You stay safe as well, yes? Till next we meet. And we will meet again.
I really like her. I really do. Oh, but the flower... It just disintegrated. Like, there was just so much fear and despair around us that it couldn't take it. It just imploded. Their solution sits ill with me. But if life has taught me anything, it's that there is little to be gained from arguing with Sharlians. We must take it upon ourselves to find a better way. Even were Vrtra to acquiesce to their proposal, just how do the Sharlians intend to transport the nation's entire populace to the moon? We have no better, safer course of action to offer them than fleeing to the moon. I know this, and yet Vrtra and his people love their home. There must be something we can do. Oh, hello. Been entrusted with the message meant for you and your companions. When you are done speaking amongst yourselves, I would share it with you. Okay. That soldier of the Radiant there. If I'm not mistaken, he accompanied Ahiwan to Vanaspata. Could it be that he knew Vitra's identity all along? Probably. Under normal circumstances, the Forum's proposal would be regarded as sheer madness, but when the sky burns, even madness can sound appealing. Doubtless Vrtra is loath to abandon his home, and yet, absent other options, he cannot dismiss their option out of hand. So far as we have come, and after all the horrors we have seen, there is still so much we do not know about the final days. Could it be, as Nadana said, that the cause of this phenomenon is beyond our comprehension? And if so, are we powerless to forestall it? I don't want to say so. At World's End, the Radiant Host Soldier has a message for the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. Greetings, honored Scions of the Seventh Dawn. I have a message from His Excellency the Satrap. Brave Scions, you have my gratitude for aiding my people in this most trying of times. Alas, matters here at the Megaduta prevent me from meeting you all in person. As a token of mine appreciation, I have arranged for a feast to be held in your honor. May it nourish you in preparation for the trials ahead. Okay, such are the words of Master Vrtra. The feast he speaks of awaits you at Miradran's Mayhem. Pray make your way there whenever your business here is done. We thank you for your kindness. Indeed, I was hoping we might find a place to discuss our next course of action, and that seems an ideal venue. Oh, and to you, Claire Fay, there is someone we had hoped to introduce to you in particular. Really? Who? Well, I'm loath to detain you further. Might you spare a moment of your time? Personal invitation, knowing full well your services are in the highest demand right now. This must be important. Worry not, we'll save some food for you, so take all the time you need. Alright. Thank you, friend. Whenever you are ready, please join me in the Aetheryte Plaza. I shall go on ahead. Oh, does this mean we can finally use the main Aetheryte now? I would really appreciate that. Of course not. Of course not. What's the closest one? Whatever. I'm sure if we keep walking long enough, we'll find it. I think I'm going the wrong way. Oh, can I just jump down from here? Oh! I can! I honestly didn't think I could. Access to the Aetherites you see there has been restricted to a select few ever since the towers first appeared. We sincerely apologize for the inconvenience, but it was deemed too dangerous to permit the free movement of visitors at a time of emergency, a risk we could not take. In light of recent developments, however, the Satrap has decided that such restrictions may only hinder our efforts to combat the final days. As such, I would encourage you to attune with the Aetherites before proceeding along the corridor. Yay! Finally! It's gonna make things a heck of a lot easier to get around. So where are we going to? Down the corridor? All of the Radiant Host. Okay. Who is it that you want us to meet, though? I'm very suspicious. Ah, you must be wondering what this place is. You stand in the hall of the Radiant Host, from where our leadership oversees all of Razat Han's military operations. Sundrop, our destination, lies just ahead. Okay, is this like a meeting room with everyone? I mean, we have people from all over. What is this? Oh, this tune. Welcome to Sundrop. Without further ado, allow me to introduce you to... Oh, so you're the famous Claire Fay, eh? I knew it the moment you stepped through the door. You have the look of one who's walked through hell. Seraph, please, you are speaking to the Satrap's honored guest and a savior of our people. Can you not show a modicum of respect? What disrespect is there in paying a feather warrior a compliment? We're all friends here, or will be soon enough. More formally then, for the benefit of my countrymen, it is a pleasure to have you with us, O great champion of Eorzea, scion of the Seventh Dawn, warrior of light, and all-around good egg, I'm sure. I like her. Okay, what is this place? I want to know what this is about. I hear you've been to Kugane, where you've seen all sorts of foreign embassies and whatnot. Well, we got them here in Razathan too. Other lands send delegates to oversee trade and diplomatic dealings. Then there are military matters to discuss, which is why all these officers are stationed here in Sundrop. I imagine you're more than familiar with each of the nations they represent, yes? We got representatives from Doma, Udal and Alamigo, Limsa Lomensa, Gredania, and last but never let it be said least, Ishgard. They're the eyes, ears, and mouths that bridge the distance between Razat Han and their respective homelands. We've used this brief respite to share the details of our plight with our overseas counterparts. And wouldn't you know it, all of their leaders request a few words from you specifically. You're a woman in high demand, eh? And so, would you mind regaling us with your own account? Indulge us before you indulge yourself. Thank you for the report. The conditions under which men are turned to beasts, the etheric anomalies you have observed, have given us much to consider. It is concerning that the first transformation occurred before the skies turned red. It is contrary to what one would expect. Thankfully, the information you conveyed to Lucia upon your return from the moon has already proved invaluable. As soon as reports of the calamity here in Thavnar reached the Grand Company of Eorzea and our far eastern allies, our leaders knew at once that the final days were indeed upon us. They began taking steps to assess the extent of the phenomenon's spread. Our agents were able to confirm that, for the time being, the skies burn only over the Bounty, including this island and Corvos. Alas, that is of little comfort. Aye, all throughout Allied lands there have been reports of people transforming into hideous beasts. Oh, so it's not just here. From what little we have learned, these incidents are similar to the nature to that involving the merchant Khazal. As was the case here, the victims underwent the change prior to the heavens being set ablaze. And so while the burning skies have yet to manifest beyond the Bounty, the transformations do not appear to be subject to any similar restriction. If anyone, anywhere, overcome by despair can turn, then nowhere is safe. That's about the size of it. Speaking of which, we ought to give these creatures a name, don't you think? Here at Razat Han, we've taken to calling the first to change, which tend to the biggest, blasphemies. fitting name as any. To ensure clarity in future communications, we shall urge our comrades to adopt this terminology. Our leaders have taken measures to deal with the threat to the best of our abilities. Each nation has assembled their own groups of elite soldiers to put down these so-called blasphemies and their spawn where they appear. At the same time, they are doing all in their power to put the people's minds at ease and prevent panic and fear from spreading. That said, brave souls with the strength and fortitude to fell these terrible beasts are not easily found. Just so, and it is for that very reason we turn to you. Pray lend us your strength and help us to slay the blasphemies that plague our homelands. Oh, okay. Now, you don't have to give your reply before dinner. I should also mention that these blasphemies seem to possess wildly different characteristics. What works well against one may serve you poorly against another. So before you go rushing off to save everyone's day, have a word with the delegates. They'll tell you what to expect. And with that, I do believe our friend here has a feast to attend. Spare a thought for us while you're tucking into all that fine cuisine, eh? Gain access to the role quest for Endwalker! A separate quest line and story is now available for tank, melee, DPS, physical range, magical, and healer. Then to take these quests, speak with each of the delegates in Sundrop and agree to help defeat the blasphemies. Yes! Okay, so this is where they say that it's unlocked. Okay! So that's wonderful! Let's just have a quick look. It looks like the only one open is Gridania, so this is for the tank. So we'll go back to that later on. We got bigger fish to fry. Pray forgive Sarah Beth her rudeness. She can be a bit boisterous at times, but it's simply her nature. Anyway, my apologies for keeping you from your hard-earned rest. Will you be rejoining your companions, yes? Do you know the way to the Mayan? Sure. I'm lying, but they don't need to know that. Glad to hear you're becoming familiar with our first city. You'd be pleased to hear that all drinks are on the house, so order whatever suits your fancy. And with that, I must return to my post. On behalf of all the Radiant hosts, I thank you and your friends once more for lending your strength and courage to Razat-Han in our time of need. We shall endeavor to fight the good fight to the end, that we might honor Arwan's legacy and serve Master Vrtra well. You have my word that your efforts will not be in vain. Well, that's nice. Okay. So we'll come back here later on once we go... I want to finish the main scenario first, okay? I'm just gonna be honest. Let's go there. Go. What? Oh, that sucks! Of all the places I have not attuned to! What's the closest one? I'm trying to see if I can somehow will it. I guess the closest is the main aetherite. Oh man, I was sure I got each one the first time. I have to go back and watch that. Whatever. Seriously though, of all the places here, it's the one that I needed the most right now. Okay. So we'll take care of the role quest later, but yes, so where are we going to go? That's the big question. I don't have a clue how we're going to get from here to anywhere else. I mean, unless we're going to Charlia next. I really don't want to go back to Labyrinthos just yet. I just know that we have that strange floating island, and then we have a mysterious final area, which I have no idea about. Okay. Is everyone here? How was your meeting with the Radiants? I'd love to hear more. I'm sure you would. I know I must eat to regain my strength, but between you and me, I don't have much of an appetite. Good you could join us. Mithel over there will be happy to take your order. Forgive me for not waiting to make a toast. My throat was utterly parched. Oh. Okay. Threat here has been quelled, but our job's only just begun. Okay. Welcome. When the satrap asked us to entertain a party of honored guests, I was wondering who it might be. 'Tis a lovely surprise, to say the least. By the way, I heard all about Kazal from your friend Grahatia. I understand there was nothing that could be done, but I was heartened to hear he meant us no harm. I cannot thank you enough for dispatching the beasts. As the smallest token of our thanks, your food and drink tonight are Madred's treat. Speaking of which, shall I start you off with? What shall I start you off with? Why not? A piping hot mug of chai, please. I have a feeling we could use some of that. As you wish. Pray join your friends, and I will bring you your drink. Alright. Oh, I just noticed the Stydian was there. I'm overdue. I'm overdue for a good meal. Okay. Welcome back. Whatever did the Radiant want with you, pray tell. Our allies have sent military delegates. That's good. That's news to me. Mind sharing the details? Oh, that tune again. It's so sad.
So blasphemies now plague all the realm.
It will only get worse if what Father said is true. As it did in Amarot.
If that's our model, then shouldn't we expect the effects to grow more severe as it feeds off its own spread? As if people transforming into those monstrosities wasn't bad enough. If the flora and fauna, if the land itself turned against us.
No one would survive.
Here's your order, friend. May you find comfort in these dark times.
Where do we go from here? If there's one thing we've learned, fighting blindly and simply reacting to what comes will accomplish nothing. We must find a solution that addresses the fundamental cause. Before our strength is exhausted, before this crisis spirals out of control. Is there something, anything we've overlooked?
If there is an answer, Hydaelyn herself will have it. 'Twas she who bound Zodiac and forestalled the final days. Alas, we have heard naught from her since the Tower of Babel. Whether she cannot or will not speak, I can only speculate. Even the flower she gave us is no more.
Time we called it Elpis. You would do well to remember. Remember the name?
So advised the Watcher. But what could be the significance of that name? It is entirely unfamiliar to me.
To me as well. It meant something to the ancients, though. In our time.
Most surely. Yet I do not recall a single mention of it in the records of Anida.
Another dead end. And quite literally. It's not as if there are any ancients living we could go and ask.
Not alive as such, but not quite dead.
What are you planning, Graha?
Elidibus.
No.
I sealed him in the White Horusite of the Crystal Tower back on the first.
Oh, he did.
Contained within that reservoir of ether that maintains it, ether that is returned little by little to the sea. Naught may remain of his soul. However, if part of it lingers, we might be able to speak with him there.
So we're gonna go speak with the Elidibus now.
No. We can no longer make that journey, but you, my friend, still can.
This is great! We're going back to the first! I mean, it's worth a try. But it would be an opportunity to look in on the others as well.
Thank you, my friend. That would mean much to me.
If nothing else, should we learn the first is safe, we'll have that much more reason to keep fighting the good fight. That said, the odds are not in our favor, to say the least. Which is why we're fortunate to have Urianger up there on the moon, working hard to make all the necessary preparations for our departure, should it come to it.
And why we have nothing to lose by staying the course till the last instant.
Indeed. To the last, let us all do what we can. I will consult with Master Matoya and see if she knows of a way to reach Hydaelyn from the ethereal sea.
Oh, I would love to see Matoya again.
And attempt to ascertain how far the final days have progressed elsewhere.
Keep me abreast of your findings. I can seek out and slay the worst of the immediate threats, if only to slow the spread.
Unease, terror, despair. Try as we might to suppress them, these emotions will return to harry us time and time again. But when they do, remember this. Your friends and loved ones are out there somewhere, sharing in your struggle. You are not alone.
Aww. He's so sweet and sentimental, but mostly sweet.
Before the next revelation. Yes, so much left for you to see. Where beginning ends and end begins.
What does that mean? You're so vague, MX Silk. But yes, we get to go back to the first. We're gonna go see Reen, and we're actually gonna speak with Elidibus. I don't know what he can tell us, because his memories were pretty much erased, weren't they? But, hell, who knows? Final days. How far has this phenomenon spread, and how does it manifest itself in each land? I must reach out to my friends in each nation and find all I can. I suppose I do feel better on a full stomach, after all. Burning skies, blasphemies, not if I've got anything to say about it. Beasts and blasphemies may be running amok in nearby lands outside the influence of Razat Han and the Alliance. If so, I may need to go hunting. If the Forum truly has been spurred into action by Hydaelyn's prophecy, then it is not odd that the Anti-Tower was entrusted to Master Matoya, who bears them no love. No doubt she has a reason for this, and I would know what it is. Nothing like a feast to lift the spirits. I trust you enjoyed yourself as well. Oh, he's always thinking of us. He's so sweet. Now then, if there's anything we've forgotten to mention, are your arms and armor in good order? Yep, I'm ready. More or less. In that case, it's time we each attended to our tasks. And when you arrive on the first, give my regards to Reen. Tell her I miss her. Oh! There's Dad Crid! Okay, on higher! So the next quest is return to the Crystarium. Oh, I can't wait, but we'll save that for next time. I can't wait to see how this is gonna go. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. So a lot happened there too. Vrtra revealed himself to the people. We have unlocked the role quests. The only one we can actually do right now is the tanking one, so we'll leave the others eventually. But yeah, so apparently even with we don't have the Elpis flower anymore, so our only option right now is to speak with an actual ancient. And the only one that we can actually communicate with is Elidibus, apparently, but there's no telling how much of him is actually left inside the tower, and he doesn't have his memories. That was the problem, because he was Zodiark's heart, so he in himself was a primal, so to speak, and he was slowly losing himself as the centuries went by until he could no longer remember. That was just a big thing for him, like at the end of 5.3. He couldn't really remember why this was so important. He just knew that it was his duty, and that was all he could do. It was his duty to fight and to try to restore the world to the way it was before, but he couldn't remember anything like really important. Like, I don't know how this is going to go. I can't wait. But thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. I can tell it's going to get really good now. So till then, take care.